Welcome to Corks and Cauldron, where two friends uncork a bottle, cast a few spells, and dive deep into fantasy books and theories. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Jen. Quick disclaimer, this is an adult podcast about adult books. So expect some spicy language, spicy content, and spicy spoilers.
Spoilers galore. I don't think we have any spicy scenes in this episode.
No, but the next two we definitely do.
Yeah, we do. Okay, but for now, let's pour a drink, grab a snack, and get started. Today we're recapping Glow, chapters 28 through 37 from the Plated Prisoner series. Jen, what are we snacking on today?
So today it made sense to me to make scones because Oren is going to have tea with somebody that's extremely important in Slade's life
Mm-hmm.
in this
Mm-hmm.
episode. So what I made were London Fog Scones. So if you've never had one, a London Fog is Earl Grey tea, milk, a sweetener of your choice. So a lot of places do
Syrup.
honey or
Yeah.
sugar, syrup, whatever,
Yeah.
and pure vanilla extract. I decided on London Fog Scones because one, I really like a London Fog when I'm going to drink tea because I think it tastes good. And two, I feel like it would be something the breaker would have wanted to drink.
Really? You think so?
So, well, yeah, he's bougie. So I think that the woman that we're going to meet today
Yeah.
would also be a London Fog drinker.
I thought you were gonna go with the fog because of all the storms they've been having, and so it was kinda gray and overcast and nope.
It's a basic scone recipe. So you've got flour, sugar, baking powder, cold butter, and milk. What you do is you warm up the milk till it's just shy of boiling and toss in 2 Earl Grey tea bags and let it sit for about 7 minutes to steep.
Okay.
And then you take the tea bags out and use the milk and let it cool and then put it in the batter. You make it use it for the batter with a teaspoon, or in my case, 2 teaspoons to almost a tablespoon of vanilla.
So you really like your vanilla is what I'm
I
hearing.
Vanilla is like garlic, okay?
Okay.
Vanilla
You
for
measure
baking is
Yep,
garlic
you
for
measure it with
cooking.
your soul. Yep.
Exactly. So you make the batter, and I am lazy, so I do not do the whole cold butter, mixing it with your fingers or a fork. Well, when you're making something like biscuits or scones, you use really cold butter, and then you want to mix it up really well into your dough until the dough is almost like sand, kind of a sandish texture, because then the butter is going to go all the way through the dough. I do not do that. I get out my food processor and I put everything in the food processor and mix it up that way until it's mixed really well together. And then I even put the milk into the food processor and blend it and then just dump it out and form the dough. So it's almost a one pot recipe for you, Gabby.
You're a cheater. You're a dirty, rotten cheater using your food processor.
Hey, I am using everything that's available to me to make my life easier, but it does make a really pretty scone. I did bite-sized scones because my husband's going to D&D tonight, and he's gonna take them with him.
Aw.
They smell like Earl Grey tea, which is bergamot is the herb,
Sure. I know exactly what that smells like.
and on top, we made a glaze. It's vanilla, milk, and powdered sugar.
Okay, so just so you're like
So
a
it's just a basic
light generic
glaze, yeah.
glaze. Yeah.
So it's really good, though. I have eaten probably 3 of these, which would be 1 regular sized scone.
There you go.
So, and I really like them. And I just wanted to show you guys that I actually do make the food.
We don't just talk about it.
We don't just talk about it. Anyway,
Sorry, I think one of their colognes had bergamot in it. I
that
was
wouldn't surprise me.
trying to remember which one it was, but I'll look that up later.
So what are we drinking tonight?
We are
Because I know
drinking
it's not tea.
It is not tea. I don't drink Trader Juice because I'm an American from
Okay.
America. We are drinking Clean Slate because it's a Riesling
Huh?
and it's 5,000 degrees, and I wanted a Riesling. I mean, if I wanted to be like, to tie it in, I could say there's a lot of secrets that come out and a lot of like deep talks that happen in these chapters. And so Slade and Oren have a clean slate with their relationship, and Slate sounds like
Okay.
Slade.
Yes, it does.
Yep. Anyway, so let's see. What is this one about? A thin slate of stones on our vineyards, critical flavor and crafting. Yeah, it's made in New York. Wine Bow Imports. 10% AB, AV, A, 10% alcohol by
By
10%
volume?
alcohol. Yep. Yep.
Gotcha, gotcha.
I haven't even started drinking yet, guys.
I
So
have.
yeah, Jen's drinking because it's Corks and Cauldron after dark. So she'll join us for a drink.
This actually has a, cranberry frost ice, which is it's a seasonal blend that they put out at Christmas, but I like it so much that I buy, like, 3 or 4 cases of it.
Who who puts it out?
Ice, that's the brand of the
Like
drink.
like an icy?
No, it's an ice drink. It's you don't have those flavored waters that are fizzy.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about now. Yeah,
So, ice normally has just regular flavors, but at Thanksgiving, Christmas, they do apple cider, cranberry,
cranberry.
sugar plum. Yeah, I think that's it. And then they add a lemon lime in with that case because, citrus is very popular during that time of year.
Well, you can cut
Anyway,
it with gin, vodka. Yeah,
rum,
yeah.
which is what I did tonight, although vodka is my drink of choice, which is why there's none in my house. Okay. So clean slate is not good. Did you
No.
buy for the name?
So enough about wine, enough about booze. Let's talk about chapter 28.
All right, let's talk about it. It's Oren's point of view. And this is the chapter right after Oren had asked Slade where he was and why he
Ah,
didn't save her.
yeah. Yeah, because we had that whole conversation about, like, would you forgive your man if he
Yeah.
didn't save you? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and Slade is yep. It's a tough conversation. It is a tough conversation that needed to happen.
Yeah, because he was carrying around
Mhm.
a lot of guilt for
Yep,
not being there to save her. But there was like a whole series of unfortunate events that happened
there really was.
thanks to Midas.
Fucking Midas. I'm gonna take a drink every time we say fucking Midas.
I don't think that that's a good idea for me, but you go ahead.
We don't have to drive, so
Yeah,
okay.
but
Yeah, but you have to edit.
yeah, I do.
Okay, so Oren asked Slade what was up. Why weren't you
Mhm.
there? After Slade has made such a big deal about being like, I will always be there for you. Slade is he confesses, is what I'll say about
Yeah.
how he failed her. I don't knowing what we know, I don't consider it a failure. Like you said, it was just a series of unfortunate events.
Mhm.
It sucks, but the only person who's at fault is no longer in the book. So
Kyla?
Midas. Kyla has her own
Agenda.
shitstorm brewing. Yeah.
Yeah, she does. But Rip is just like he just changed into Rip, and
Demeanor? Spikes?
his spikes have burst out, and he's actually bleeding, which is the first time that's happened since he was, like, 8.
You should not drink in
I
podcasts.
should not drink in podcast. This is gonna be I'm gonna do my best. I do have water too, so
Yeah, we'll be fine. But yes, so his spikes come out after
Mhm,
hearing because they both like sat down. They're like, "Here's what happened in my world. Here's what happened in your world," and they try to like
mhm,
piece together the timeline. And so yeah, his spikes come out. He's frustrated. He's hurt. He's pissed that Oren went through what she went through and
mhm.
that he was not there for her. And then Oren listens to it, listens to the whole confession, and it's just kinda like, "Honestly, I'm glad you didn't save me."
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I'd feel if, like, you made me go through this whole confession about how terrible I am, and then you're just like, "No, I'm good. Thanks, though."
Okay, but he asked for that. He was like, "Just ask me the question you're dying to ask me."
I know.
And she did.
He pushed her into a corner, which
Yeah.
is what Slade does. This is his whole
Uh-huh.
personality is pushing her. So, I do think it's a lot of growth for Oren to realize that she needed to save herself.
Yes.
And I think there's a lot of people that don't recognize that either about themselves.
I like when he told her that he had failed her, she was like, "No, I
Nope.
was failing myself. This
Mhm.
wasn't you. I
This
should have done this
a decade
forever
ago.
ago."
Yeah, yeah. And it's so cool to see that she's taking ownership of herself finally.
Yes,
Yeah. So I know you struggled with this book, but I think we're
I
finally
did.
picking up and
Mhm.
there's a lot of growth that we see.
For her, yes. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, she needed to snap, she needed to find her edge. She needed yeah, it this needed to happen and unfortunately it happened quote unquote on Slade's watch, I guess is what I'll say. I don't know. It's not really his fault, but
We really actually got to hear her also say "fuck Midas," which was fantastic. I'm only saying that because 'cause you're already drinking, so now you don't have to.
thank you, I appreciate that.
Yep,
Yes. Yeah, she did say that. She did say, "I'm glad I killed him."
yep. Her only real regret was killing innocent people
Yes.
that just got caught in the gold flow.
Crossfire.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not unfortunate that it happened, it's unfortunate how it happened and how
Mhm.
out of hand it got.
Yes.
Um, and it really kinda makes you think, like, how different Oren's life would have been if she had worked on controlling her power as much as Slade had in his youth, and how
He had
powerful sh
somebody
pushing
teaching him
him
that control.
and pushing him, and
Yes.
yeah, but and Oren didn't, and I'm not saying that
No.
she should have. Well, I am saying that she should have had someone there for her, but
Yes.
it makes you think, like, if she loses control one time and this much damage happens, how powerful could she have been if she had been properly trained?
One time you say.
2 times. She lost control 2 times.
We're gonna hear about that other time
Is
in a
it
little bit.
in
Yeah.
this? Okay.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, so Oren kinda, like, acknowledges that Midas gaslit her, and she's finally coming to terms with it,
Yes.
which, again, sucks, but it's so important for her to do that.
I agree. And it was really good to see her just telling Slade, "I love you." This is paraphrasing, but it was like, "I love you, but I don't need you to save me.
Yes.
I had to do this."
Yeah.
And I like that he tells her that he's going to teach her how to control her magic at the end of this chapter because that's something that she definitely needs.
Yes, and it's a good way for them to bond,
Yes.
and the way that he did it wasn't in a controlling or, like, "I'm afraid of you" kinda way, it was, this needs to happen, you need to be in control,
Mhm.
so we're gonna do this together."
And he understands her magic, I think, in a way that she doesn't yet, because his rotting magic is similar
They're both
to her gold
elemental, I think
because
is what they call it.
they're super physical, like, they affect the world around them.
Mhm.
So, he really is a good person to teach her because he has an understanding of what is going on with her.
And as awful as Rip's father is,
Yes.
the fact that Rip has this much control and that he needed to have this much control with this much power, his father did a good j with his power, his father did a good job of
Instilling?
instilling that. But anyway, that was chapter 28. Anything else we wanna add or talk about?
I don't think so, that was pretty good.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Do you think that Orin needed to kill Midas to free herself, or do you think that she would have been able to find her power and grow as a person without killing him?
I mean, she could have, but he would have followed her to the ends of the earth, so this was like a win-win for her, 2 birds in 1 stone. 2 birds in 1 gold? However you wanna say that.
2 birds, 1 precious stone.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I obviously, he would follow her, right? Like, it wouldn't be the first
Yes.
time he's followed her around, so that makes sense. I think this kinda catapulted her faster and harder than she would have by herself, but
Yes. Yeah,
yeah.
it did.
Yep. Alright, chapter 29.
Chapter 29. Is this where we talk about this is the background, and we talk about Karneth in this chapter, I think.
Oh, yeah, because she's still explaining, like, all the damage that
Mhm.
Midas did. So, okay,
Yes.
we've alluded to Carneth. Jen even did a spoiler, I don't know,
And deleted
last
it.
book. Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course I did. This is one of those things that you have to experience,
Mhm.
and if you're not actually reading the books or you're reading to keep up with our episodes, I didn't want to
To ruin
spoil
it.
that.
Yeah. So, huge spoiler alert on this one. If
Yes.
you have not read up to chapter 29,
Yes.
maybe come back and listen to us later.
Yes.
Mm.
Because 'Cause we're about to throw some stuff out that
Yeah, you reading it for the first time is how you need to learn this information.
yes.
Yeah. Orin has confessed, like, her and Slade are still talking, they're still
Mhm.
chilling, and she's talking about how her gold isn't working, and it hasn't been working since she woke up. She
But
goes on. Go ahead.
it's all mental for her with the gold right
It
now. That's the big thing.
it is a mental block for her, and Slade calls that out and says, like, "You've always been able to control your gold."
Mhm.
Right? And then somehow they start talking about, like, "Well, why is your gold not responding? What's going on? What's happening?" And she's like, "I'm still so angry, and I'm afraid of my gold when I'm angry.
Yeah, I don't trust myself.
I don't trust myself. From an early age, I learned that my anger wasn't safe, that it was just plain wrong. I was always in the wrong."
I think
And
she
that
might be a little too hard on herself there, but yeah.
well, but, like, think about her childhood
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
the trauma from Midas. And there's a phrase that, like, pings around her head anytime she's super unsure or, like,
Kinda
I
cautious,
guess,
yeah.
yeah, is, "Look what you did,"
And that's what makes her think about Karneth every time.
every time. Because Cardiff Okay, let's explain Carnith before we get too much
Alright,
further.
so
Carnith, go ahead. You got this.
so after Orin escapes the 3rd kingdom, she takes the boat ride and then gets to the 2nd kingdom and is traveling, traveling, traveling. She has to pay people to let her travel with them.
But she's like, yeah, she's finding different groups that she can
Yes.
travel with.
And eventually she runs into this nice old lady who's blind in one eye and really, really old, guys. I
Yep.
cannot express enough. This woman is very old. Her name
She
is
gets
Millie.
it's described as a teapot because her back is so curved over
Yes.
that she's always hunched and she's got a cane.
Yes. And Millie feels bad for her and takes her in. And she's really nice to her. She lets her stay at her house.
She's also super matter of fact. Like
She's a lot like Lou, but like old Lou.
yeah, yeah, Grandma
What
Lou.
what Lou is gonna become.
Yeah. Like she didn't react to Orin being gold, right? Was just like, okay, whatever. And when Orin's back was itching and they were trying to figure out what was going on, she looked at Orin's back and was just like, you've got ribbons growing out of it.
Yeah, and she's like, don't mess with them.
Yeah, don't pluck them, just leave them alone.
Now, just so you guys know, she actually tells this story in chapter 30.
Oh, are we getting ahead of ourselves?
Chapter 29, she tells Slade that she's never told anyone this story before. Chapter 29 is like that long.
Yeah, it's super
It's
short.
just a few pages, maybe.
Yeah.
So
Let's
there
jump into chapter 30.
let's just jump into chapter 30. So already talked about Second Kingdom. She's already been there. She meets Millie.
Millie lets her stay at Millie's house.
Yes, Millie's letting her stay at her house, and she just kind of takes her at face
Under
value,
her
which is
wing. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else has been staring at her because she's gold and they want to know why she's gold.
Yep.
And Millie's just like, whatever.
Millie does ask, like, "Are you running from someone or something?
Mhm.
Are you a thief or did you break any laws?" Like Millie does a very surface level, "Are you going to kill me?" kind of background check for this strange little girl
Yeah.
that's running away, you know?
And she even offer her introduction to her is she's offering her a bed to sleep in and some rabbit to eat
And water because
and
Orin's in
water.
the desert
And she spent the last of her money
on water and
on
dried
water
fruit.
and dried fruit.
Yep. Yep. And then so she hangs out with Millie. Millie takes under her wing for like it sounds like a few weeks,
Mhm.
months maybe, like a
It
while.
does.
They kinda get into a rhythm. Orin helps out
Yes.
around the house. She helps Millie with deliveries. She's just she earns her keep in that way.
Yes. And she really keeps wondering what it is that Millie wants her to do. But Millie has no expectations from her, which is
Millie,
weird for her because it's not something she's used to.
she's never had that before. But again, Millie would be Grandma Lou, you know?
Yes.
So everything is cool. Everything is finally settling down in Orin's life, and she's got security for the first time,
Mhm.
like, ever. And this is she kinda let her guard down a little bit, and then
And then one night,
Orin thinks that someone broke into the house.
yes, one night Orin thinks somebody's breaking into the house and it's a man. And what other reason would a man have for breaking into a house that has two women in it
Yeah.
but
Especially in
to
this world. Yeah,
rape them and kill them?
at the very least. Yeah.
Because that's what men do.
And Orin immediately goes onto the defense. She wants to protect Millie. She knows that Millie is old and frail, and she cares for Millie. Millie has
Mhm.
really taken her under her wing and really cared for her, so she is trying to protect Millie and not thinking.
No. And when she goes to attack him, her hands and fingers start to prickle,
Mhm.
and he smells like alcohol, and she tries to fight him, and then she hits him really hard, and she feels what she thinks is blood, and then she hears Millie, and Millie basically tells her, "That's my brother.
Like, stop, that's my brother.
He shows up every once in a while."
It's all chaotic. Everyone's fighting, everyone's screaming.
Yeah, and Orin is just crazy, like feral crazy, fighting this man. And when Millie
He hits
brings
him
the
in the
light over,
face, right?
yes,
And then he chokes on the cold.
he starts to choke. She thinks it's his blood, but she doesn't understand why her feet are wet and it's pooling all around.
It's still dark. So,
Turns out once Millie brings over something, is it a torch?
lantern something.
The sun starts coming up. and there's a lantern, and he's on his knees, clawing on his throat, and he's got gold running through him. And
So
Millie freaks out.
that is the first man that Orin kills.
Accidentally,
First
but
man that she
yes,
kills.
it is.
Yeah,
Well, that we know of.
true.
And then
Fair.
because Orin this is the first time Orin has ever used her gold. She has no idea what's going on.
Yep.
She's freaking out.
Yep. It's a high stressful situation.
It is, and she basically gilds the entire town and all of the people living in it.
Yep. The long story short is, yeah,
Yes.
she gilds Millie, freaks out, runs away from Millie, and as
Mhm.
she's running, Gold is
Following her.
trailing from her. Yeah. So she ends up gilding the whole entire village,
Yes.
which is impressive.
I mean, it is, especially considering it was her first time doing anything.
But that would make someone afraid of your power, right? Like killing
It
the whole
absolutely
village.
would.
Yeah.
And she's able to, I guess she doesn't fully gild it because she's able to pack food and stuff into a bag and run to the next town. Now, what we don't know, well, what she finds out from Midas is he was only a day behind her.
And when
So
he heard about
he
this
finds out
village,
about Carneth,
yep,
and then he goes to the next village and finds her there. And that's when he does the shitty Barden East thing that he does, where he splits up the crew that he's with
has them
and will,
fight each other.
yes.
Yep.
So now we know the story of Carneth, where she gilded the whole place and people got rich
Well,
because
you
they
just had to
found
go
it and
pick up
broke it.
some gold.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's her curse.
Like you said, this is the first time that we see Orin, like, A, use her power, and B, lose control of her power. She didn't know anything.
And since she hasn't been around other Fae or other people from Anwen,
Mhm.
she doesn't know that this is something that's normal for her. So she thinks she's cursed and there's something wrong with her. I think that had she not been raised the way she was and had actually been taught things, she would have known that this was a gift.
The way that she should have been raised or, like, had been intended to be raised. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Midas really Midas did not cause Carneth. Midas leveraged Carneth to his advantage, for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think that Midas would have done something like cause Carneth?
I think that if she had been still in the third kingdom with Zakir when her gold started coming out, I think she would have just probably gilded Durford Harbor.
So you think no matter what, she was gonna gild a city,
I
that
don't
amount of
think,
power, that
yeah,
untrained.
yes,
Yeah,
because of, yes,
yeah.
lack of
She
control and everything that she had.
again, though she didn't it's like telling someone to go drive a car without giving them any lessons. You know what I mean? Like, just
Mhm.
good luck, figure it out.
Yeah. Here's a
Yeah.
key.
Yeah. Don't kill anyone.
Yeah, good luck.
So this story was it's a lot of backstory. I think this is another important story for Slade to hear,
Mhm.
especially if he's gonna go into training her and all of that stuff that he wants to do. You kinda need to get to the root of especially if your power is tied so into your emotions.
Emotions.
Yeah.
And she needs to learn to take her power away from only using it when she's angry
Yes.
to being able to control it all the time.
Yeah, it needs to be less reactive and more
Active.
proactive.
Proactive? We're gonna go with that. I like it.
Yeah. Because right now it is very much a defensive maneuver, right?
Yes.
And she probably will continue to use it as a defensive maneuver. However, she can use it, and if she can learn to wield it at night, so she's never
Defenseless.
defenseless, that'd be cool too, which is something that Slade actually wants to really work
Mhm.
on.
Mhm.
Ready for chapter 31? It's my favorite chapter.
It's
It's
your
not my
favorite
favorite
chapter.
chapter. It's my favorite Queen M. My
It's Queen
favorite queen
M.
I do. I love she's such a bad bitch. And I don't mean that in like an alien kind of way. I mean like she's just a bad person. And
She
I love it so
us
much.
she grows though too. She
She
has
does.
growth.
She's forced to.
Well, I mean, in this series, is there someone that's not?
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Queen Melina, chapter 31. She is mid spiral, mid snowstorm, and fully over it.
Mhm.
She's done. She's done with running, she's done with being cold, she's done with everything.
And they've just made it to the 7th kingdom.
Yes.
And
Which
Pruin,
is she's still not impressed.
I mean, okay, in her defense, when they get there, Pruin leads her to a castle in ruins.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be like stumbling upon a castle in, like, England that has not been taken care of right? Like, just
Exactly.
yeah. Yep.
So she is less than impressed right now.
And she's so over Pruin.
Yes.
Yeah. But, yep, they stumble upon a castle, and it's in ruins. It's bad. Like, this is the beginning of her downfall. I know
Mhm.
it sounds like she's been on the downhill slide, but, like, this
Rock
is the
bottom is about to hit, y'all.
yeah, and she is not slowing down. She's gonna hit
Mhm.
that rock bottom real hard.
Yes.
But so they get into the castle, and that's when she gets to meet the twins.
They're fucking creepy.
They're so fucking weird. I pictured and I don't know Raven personally, but Raven Kennedy, if you're listening, I pictured that you took the creepy twins from The Shining and put them into this book as creepy twins in Verano and Bassa. Is that their names?
Brianna and Fasa?
Sure.
Are you talking about the twin girls on the trikes?
Yeah. Isn't that The Shining?
It is, but I thought these were guys.
They are, but they're still
Okay.
creepy as fuck.
Okay, okay. So I was in
I'm
my
so
mind,
sorry. Yeah.
I was picturing a cross between the girls there and Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
A little bit.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Which gives you the Saw character.
yes, and it's uncomfortable, but they're
Okay.
impeccably dressed.
They're impeccably dressed in this ruin of a castle, and they're identical in every way, except they have a
Um,
mole on opposite sides of their cheek.
so that's how you tell them apart, I guess.
Yep, yep. And they're impeccably dressed. Melina feels gross because she's been fleeing for a week
Yes,
in a frozen tundra of a place.
and they look perfect, impeccably dressed, and her hair is messed up.
Her
Her
dress
dress is
is
probably gross.
grimy. Yeah.
God knows how long it's been since she brushed her teeth.
Ugh, could you imagine? Ugh.
Well,
Yeah.
and washed her hair.
Yeah, or properly bathed or yeah. I would not be bathing in
Yep.
snow
And she's complaining about the ruins of the castle, and dudes snap their fingers.
and transform the castle. It is Beauty and the Beast castle. It is
It's like the difference between what muggles see for Hogwarts and what Hogwarts really is.
yes. Yes, exactly.
And it's sus, y'all. I don't care. It's sus.
Melina does not have any red flags. Jen over here is like, it's like a fucking carnival. There's so many red flags.
I am the dude on TikTok that runs around with his red flags. I love him.
He's so and I love his green flag series too. Have you watched
Mhm,
those? They're so
mhm.
wholesome. But yeah, so Jen's raising the red flags. Melina's ignoring them.
Dope.
I am just along for the ride. I'm gonna see how this goes, which is most of my relationships. But Melina, like, they tell her that the castle was just waiting for a queen, and Melina's a queen, and she just goes with it.
Mhm. And I would just not be okay with that.
They say that they prayed to the gods for a true heir to restore Seventh Kingdom,
Mhm.
the chosen cold queen destined to save the cursed land. So
And
remember all the references to the cold and the snow and how cold Melina is.
it's all coming full circle now.
Yep, yep. So, Jen, you obviously saw this for the con that it was.
Yeah. I also sold Mary Kay. It's the same thing. I might.
Okay. Um, I I was a little suspicious
Mhm.
when I first read this chapter. I was a little bit like,
Well,
"Really?"
okay, but we also grew up you grew up, I read to my child Harry Potter.
Yes.
So, for them to just snap their fingers and her suddenly see this, it would be like somebody ripping open a magical bandage and being able to see Hogwarts.
Well, and, like, I read a lot of shitty fairy books
Yeah.
also in my childhood, and, like, the first thing I was like, "Oh, glamour." Like, they're
Yeah.
glamoring her, you know, like, that's just
And that's kinda where
it's
I
it's glamour.
that's 100% where I took it. But in that little heart of hearts, I was like, "Oh, maybe it really isn't."
I wanted Melina to have something good to happen to her.
Yeah.
This is not the good thing that happens to Melina. She still thinks it's good. At this
Mhm.
point, as readers, we're suspicious she is not.
But she truly is the key.
That is true.
She really is. That part is not a lie. They are not lying to her about that.
Yeah. Yep. She
It's
is the
everything else.
key to restoring Seventh Kingdom.
Yes.
So that kind of brings us to the map and Pruin.
Yes.
So do you think the map was Melina's true desire, or do you think that the map was maybe the key to the Seventh Kingdom, like leaving
Think
the key?
I think Prue knew who she was.
How did Pruin find her though? Blind luck?
I mean, he can find his own desire. He probably has one of those fucking compasses like Jack Sparrow that leads him to his heart's desire,
See,
and that's how he found her.
I think the map pointed to the key, and I think Melina is the key that way.
Yes.
And then when he got the key, I think the map was like, "All right, time to go back home," and
Mhm.
flipped it.
I
Yeah,
believe that. I
that's what
support
I
that.
think. And I think he just spun the heart's desire thing because what white woman would not love to hear, "I know your true heart's desire."
And the fact that he knew that she had
Had
no
no
magic.
power. Yep. Okay. So, Melina, Seventh Kingdom, she's the key. The map is sketchy.
Yes. The
Ruin is
Fayers.
sketchy.
I think that all 3 of them are full Fae too,
They have to
and
be.
she's just not smart
But
enough to realize it.
I guess Prune they don't talk about Prune's ears at all, so maybe Melina just doesn't look that closely.
Orin does not have Fae ears. Hers are rounded.
It's true. And Slade is half Fae, and he's got rounded.
But not when he was in Anwin. In Anwin, he only had pointy ears. He didn't have the rounded ears until they came to Oria, and
Oh,
he was able to split his personality.
so you think that Prune can do the same thing?
I wonder if he can or if he's just using a glamour.
That could be. If they're powerful enough to glamour a whole ass castle,
Yeah,
doing a personal glamour would be nothing.
agreed.
The twins aren't trustworthy. They're the next set of puppet masters.
Mhm.
All right, 32.
Oh, we're starting with my favorite man in the
Hojat.
whole book.
It's
Hojat.
Orin's point of view, but we are opening up with Hojat.
Yes,
This is gonna be your chapter because this
it is.
is when we
I
get
like
into
this
the
chapter.
the mender versus healer discussion,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. And, Hojat's taking a look at her back and he's telling her, you're doing really well.
It's healing great. Yeah.
Yeah. And he gives her a lotus flower.
What does a lotus flower mean? Purity, rebirth, and spiritual awakening.
Maybe it's for rebirth for her. But it gives her a moment where she kind of remembers other
Mm.
flowers.
It's
Peonies
a
for good health, a willow branch for luck, cotton stems for prosperity.
So the lotus flower, its ability to emerge from muddy waters, pristine and beautiful, embodies resilience and a triumph of spirit over adversity. So I bet that's
Mhm.
why he went with the lotus flower.
And it's for to put under her pillow so that she can when she's sleeping. And he has done that to her before. So this isn't the first time he's given her a flower to put under her
Nope,
pillow.
she had the
Last time it was peonies.
yep. And that was with the army camp like
Mhm.
a whole ass book ago.
Yes, a lotus for resilience. That's what it says in here.
Hey, look at me.
And she finally asks him about, hey, why do you do this? And he was like, well, he casually just drops, I trained with a healer in Drawlard Village for a while. Because she asks him where he's from, and he's like, can't you recognize my accent? Oren's like, oh, I didn't realize that because healers are from Anwin and they focus on not just whatever ails you, like what the damage is done to your body, which is what a mender focuses on. So a mender would be like a surgeon
Mm,
and a healer would be like a homeopathic doctor
okay.
who is like, okay, I understand that you have trouble with your knee, but what else are you feeling? Do you
Yeah.
think it's from this?
You have issues with your knee, but I also noticed that you're limping on your ankle or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, is your knee just overcompensating for that? And we need to focus on something else?
Or is there something in your head that's
Mhm.
causing all of your pain that we should maybe look at? Some trauma that you need to get through?
This is giving very much I was thinking Tower of Dawn vibes because everything
Oh, yeah.
circles back to Throne of Glass
Everything
for
circles
me.
back to Throne of Glass.
But it does because, like, in Tower of Dawn, they really had to get into Kale's trauma and, like, dig through all of that to really
Yes.
actually heal him. And so, yeah, it makes sense
So
to me
that would
that,
be what a
like
healer is. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was connecting. The dots, they were
And
were connecting.
I guess like a mender would be like my primary care position or just anybody's where they're like, okay, what hurts? Here's something to take care of that. But Oren gets to learn that Hojat is not technically just a mender, that he
Yes.
is a healer,
Yep.
which is kind of a neat distinction for her because it brings back memories from her Anlin times, which there are very few memories she has.
She was 5, like, I don't
But
remember anything from 5.
that the flower thing was a big one with her mother, which makes me wonder if her mother was also a healer.
Maybe. Okay, anyway, so we chatted about Hojat and how he
Yes.
is a
Healer, not a mender.
healer, not a mender,
Yes.
and so Orin is grappling with that knowledge.
And she's still just scared.
Scared that if she touches anything too long, she'll break it. She's scared of facing her own emotions too. And like
Mhm.
her whole life has been traumatic. And then these last few like weeks have been especially traumatic for her.
Mhm. And she's still been working with Judd,
Still training.
still training with Judd, and she's getting ready to go train with Judd when Lou pops in and is
Yep.
like, "Hey, girl, hey."
Let's take a day off. Let's go hang out in the village.
Yes.
Go see the village people.
And she's like, "No, no, no, I need to go train with Judd. It's safe to train with Judd. Why? Oh, God.
It was the village people.
I got it. I got it. Ugh. That's why I don't drink when we do this."
Do drink when we do this. But yeah, Orin is still like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that might be a bad idea, guys.
Yeah. And Lou is amazing. And she literally says something to the effect of, "You're not leaking gold out of your ass or setting rabid molten bird after your enemies. I think you're gonna be okay. Let's go
Mhm.
to the village." And like, how do you say no to someone who says that to you?
You can't. There's so and even Judd agrees that she needs to go. Maybe she can learn to walk and not fall,
Balance. Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Well, and I think Judd as a trainer knows that rest days are just as important as training days.
Yes.
So, yeah, go take a break, chill in the village.
So they kind of get to the village center.
And this is where we learn a lot about the village as readers, because
Mhm,
Lou is giving Orin the lowdown on the
mhm.
villagers.
She's telling her how many houses there are because it looks like a small village, and it is.
Yeah,
It's
a
tiny,
dozen people,
like 57 people, 30 some houses,
a few kids.
very few kids.
But there's like a large community gathering place, and like everyone eats as a community meal for the
Mhm.
most part. It's chill.
It is, and then they're just kind of sitting on the outskirts of it. They're not really joining in, they're just watching, and I think the biggest part for Orin is she forgets that she's not a prisoner anymore or caged.
Yeah,
It's been there for so long. Yeah. That's the whole of that chapter, though.
yeah,
Like, that and the fact that she has to go into Slade's room finally by
yep.
herself for the
And
first time and
sees
sees
the
all that
gold.
gold,
Yeah,
which is kind of what causes her to freak out when Lou says something about going to the village.
yep. But yeah, that chapter was also a very light chapter,
Yeah.
which is kind of setting us up for chapter 33.
Mhm.
Is it 33 or 34?
Well, for both.
Okay,
We're
it
going
kind of
into
carries over.
33 where they've eaten, they're drinking wine.
They're chilling, they're
Yes.
vibing. She's not setting anything in gold. She's holding a wine cup like a normal person.
She talks about how everything feels off in the village. She's said that a few times that it feels weird.
Yeah.
There's something about it, so and we do find out that Twig is from this village
Mhm.
in chapter 33 because they talk about there's only 57 people, only 1 child lives here.
Yep.
There used to be 2. As soon as they get to a certain age, Slade pulls them into the army, and we're gonna find out why
Yeah.
in another chapter in this grouping, I believe,
But
or maybe it'll be the next episode.
that's another like strike against his character for outsiders. If they hear that he's pulling village children into his army and they don't know the whole story,
Yeah, I agree.
it's just another way for them to villainize him.
Yeah.
Um, and Oren keeps trying to talk to Lou about like how weird the village is
Yes.
and how off it is, and Lou is avoiding.
Oh, yeah. She is
Like,
deflecting,
mhm,
like deflecting.
yep. But while Lou is deflecting and Oren is pressing,
Yes.
they're continuing to walk through like a cave system,
They are, and Orange starts to hear some people talking.
but it's low. She can't make out what they're saying,
Nope.
but she does know that it is not a pleasant conversation.
Nope. And so she kind of creeps along to get closer to it, and it turns out that it is Riot
And
and
Slade,
Slade.
and they are having a brotherly discussion.
Yeah. We'll call it that. They're arguing
Uh,
like fishwives, but whatever.
they're fighting like brothers.
They are.
Riot is We don't know what's happening, but Riot says 6 incidents have happened. Riot accuses Slade of bringing in a threat, Orin.
Orin.
Yeah. And then he drops the line that split me and Jen up, and the line is, "Why haven't you told Orin about her?" You know what? That's the face that Orin made.
Oh, yeah, she was probably like,
Okay,
"Okay,
so just imagine that you're overhearing your brother-in-law be like, "Why haven't you told her about her?" What would you think?
okay." So,
Your team Slade all the way.
I am team Slade, and I know that he would not keep a wife or another saddle from her because he was very clear in the last book that when they got together, that was it. They were together, it was them. He would not have done that if there was someone else. You're making a face like you don't believe me, and that's because
I have trust issues.
this specific male would not have done that to her.
I see where you're coming from, and I respect where you're coming from, and I get where you're coming from. I thought that he had a wife that he married out of necessity. You know what I mean? Like someone that he had to marry because of
Political connections.
collaboration or whatever political BS you want to say.
Do not say the C word on this podcast. No, absolutely not.
You can say the other C word all you want, but not
Yep,
that one.
but not that one.
Yes, but I thought it was like a political affiliation that he married someone or he had someone else that he was taking care of for that reason.
But that would have randomly been dropped already.
I'm sorry,
Midas
Jen.
would have been like, "Oh, don't you think you need to get back to your wife?"
Do you think that I would have thought about that? No. I read page by fucking page and I take the information as it's presented. I am the author's main target audience with not a brain cell, not smooth brain,
Okay.
not a lump or a bump to catch thoughts on.
Someday PB Squamer and I are gonna sit down and we're gonna have a conversation about what it feels like for us to not read for the vibes because we are incapable of it. It's not possible.
It is possible. You should
It
try it
no,
sometime.
it doesn't shut off.
Anyway, I thought he was a sleazy hoe bag. Jen is team Slade all the way.
I thought he was keeping a secret sister or something. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, turns out we were both wrong, guys.
And and there's no immediate denial. Slade just is quiet at that. Like he doesn't really
Well,
like
yeah.
what
He's arguing with his brother and doesn't want to answer him. Have you never done that too?
comment.
See? So then Lou
Yeah. And then it gets even more quiet and weird.
mhm.
And now it's chapter 34.
Hey.
Uh,
And then she goes, "You guys know that your voices carry, right?"
because of course Lou does. Of course Lou says something like that.
Yeah.
And Slade's immediately defensive. Like he immediately doesn't want to talk to Orin about this.
Okay, but where are they? Like, we know where they are as readers now, right? Please tell me we know that they're in the area where he was the guy from Sixth Kingdom,
The
where
torture
he was
chamber.
yeah, we're there. That's where we are. Please tell me we knew that.
I think we did because like,
Okay.
Slade and Riot were talking about how Riot didn't keep all of the guards alive for Slade to question. He only left him one.
Well, and then Orin notices the blood on
Yeah, on
Mida
Slade.
Slade.
Anyway, so they're in the torture chamber, cast
Yes.
cave, and Lou is like, "Oh, your voices carry," which is not a very good spot for a torture chamber cave. Then if their voices carry,
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree.
but I think the torture is further back in the cave. I
I
think
think
they were
so
in
too.
like an alcove kind of thing. Anyway,
But Orin makes him show her why he has blood on him, and she is
Mhm.
just horrified because he
Well,
openly admits that he's already gotten everything he can from this man, and he's now just torturing him to torture
torture him.
him.
Yeah. And the man being tortured is like in a weird state of decay and
Mhm.
still alive, but it's like it's a gross state
It's
of
not
decay.
yeah,
Yeah. We're not gonna get into that because I
I
can't.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And Orin realizes two things. Slade did not want her seeing that he tortured someone,
Mhm.
and Slade chose to keep this person alive. And that's a lot for Orin to reconcile, especially coming fresh off of Midas
Mhm.
and that torture. And Captain Fane really was not that long ago either. So,
I
and the
don't think so.
torture that Digby went through.
Yeah, and she lets him have it.
Good.
Like, why is he keeping him alive? This is just cruelty, and
Well,
he's all like, "This isn't the worst thing I've ever done."
he's a spy
Okay,
for Sixth Kingdom. This
don't
isn't the worst thing I've done.
but don't say stupid shit like that.
How can this man
Like,
be such a great book boyfriend and then immediately so stupid and say something so dumb in the same chapter?
'cause it's 'cause boys are stupid sometimes.
Boys are stupid sometimes. So that's chapter 34. We still don't know who her is. We know that Slade is capable of torture, which I think we kind of knew anyway. He's never
He's
really hid that.
he's never hidden who he is.
Yeah. I think Oren was just, I don't want to say hoping that he would change for her. I think she was hoping that he would be a little bit softer around her, maybe.
I think that she thought she was gonna change him, and he's been pretty open and upfront about the fact that he is who he is.
And he's not changing.
Not completely, I mean, he does. He softens a little, but
He softens around her a little bit, but
right.
yeah. Okay. Anything else
Eh
you want to chat about?
no, I think that's good because her realization is
Does she make Slade kill that man just to put him out of his misery?
not in this
Yeah.
chapter at least,
Okay. I couldn't remember.
but he starts to walk her back to the grotto at the end of this chapter, and she's just kind of thinking about
She's all up in her head.
she's in her head about how he is who he is. He's king rot, and it crosses her mind that she still has a piece of rot inside of her.
Oh, it does. You're right. And now she's worried that she is gonna turn rotten, for lack of a better phrase.
And then we get to chapter 35.
Still in Oren's point of view.
Still in Oren's point of view. They get to the grotto and she's still stewing and she's mad.
I think she's mad that she feels like she can't trust herself now, right?
Yes.
She obviously trusted the wrong guy with Midas. Now she's feeling like she trusted the wrong guy with Slade. And
Mhm.
she's just like, what in the actual fuck?
Like, what's wrong with me?
Okay, if you've ever been in two bad relationships back to back, by the end of it, you're like, I'm never dating again. Every
yeah,
Yeah, every guy I meet has to go through like a thorough vetting process by someone not me. Yeah. So I get where she's coming from.
I do too. And she stops before they go inside and he's like, why are we stopping?
Okay, so yes, Oren makes Slade take Oren to meet the mysterious her.
Her.
And she's basically like, look, Slade, if there's another woman, I just need to know. And I'm not doing
Mhm.
this whole like wait around bullshit. So she's laying out some boundaries too, which is good. She needs to. And Slade listens to her,
Mhm.
largely because Slade knows that it's not what Oren is thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and she tells him too, I'm not going to give myself to somebody who doesn't give themselves wholly to me ever
Good for
again.
her. Good
So
for her.
if there is someone else, I need to know now.
Yep.
And that's
And
why
she deserves that.
I agree.
I'm so proud of her.
So instead of going back into the village,
They go deeper into the caves.
they do. And they pass the mole, which is the watchtower, but they don't go in the direction of the mole. They go in the another direction.
Mhm.
And then she starts hearing this sound. It's a buzzing sound.
And
Not
it's
like the flies that were flying over the spy uh, in the
yeah,
room.
but it's like that low hum of electricity that
Yes.
we tune out. Yeah.
And while they're walking, Oren's like, why are we going this way? And he's like, she doesn't live with the villagers.
And so that just spirals Orin even more. And she's
Mhm.
like, is it a former lover? Is it a secret child? Who am I going to go meet?
Yeah.
And Slade just keeps walking. Like, he doesn't really give her any hints or anything.
No
He's just like,
explanations.
all right, if we're doing this, we're doing this. And
In his defense, I think it's hard for him to visit.
I do too. I think it's hard for him to find the time because he is juggling two whole personalities. And I think it's tough on him emotionally as
Mhm.
well. Like, that's another thing that he's got a lot of guilt about. And we'll get into that too.
Yeah.
But they
So
finally are still humming along and they get to a house or a door, and Slay knocks and just kind of walks in.
he doesn't even knock, he just walks in.
Well, I also walk into my home without knocking, you know? So, but yeah, we finally get to meet Mama Slade.
Mama Slade.
Mama
And
Slade.
she looks like Oren's age. So Oren is very confused.
Yes. Yes. But at this point, we don't know that it's his mother,
Right.
right? Because
Well,
yeah,
right at the end, he says
the
it.
end of the chapter.
The end
Yeah.
of the chapter. But
Um, yes.
Oren is
But
surprised because she's beautiful. She's young, petite, delicate, has pale skin, big eyes, black hair. Her eyes are green, guys. That's been covered before. And she sees Slade and just starts grinning from ear to ear.
yep, the mystery woman does, not Oren.
Yeah.
Mystery woman starts grinning from ear to ear. She does not say anything. Mama Slade does not talk,
Uh-uh.
which we don't know yet at this point. But and Slade He's acting like it's his mom.
happy.
He's not acting like it's his lover. He's not acting like it's anyone that he's embarrassed about. He's acting like it's his mom.
He gives her a big hug, and then he
Mhm.
turns around and looks at Oren and says, "Let me introduce my mom."
And that's where the chapter ends. And this is why I did not sleep the whole time I read the book the first time.
And it's also why we didn't stop at that chapter this time, guys. We could
Yes.
have.
We
We
did talk
decided to go on.
we actually talked about ending it at that chapter, and we thought that would be cruel. So,
Something about Gabby throwing Kindles, I don't know.
it was a whole thing.
And Orange just like, "What?"
I pictured Oren's jaw on the ground,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, like, just
100%.
completely shocked, and I also pictured Mama Slade just grinning about it, and just, like, playing up the fact that he not hit her, but, like, teased Oren a little bit.
Slade brought a girl home.
Slade brought a girl home.
Mom's excited.
Yes. Yeah. So, I think as readers, we were kind of led to believe that Slade had a secret lover because we were hearing it from Oren's point of view,
Right.
and that's immediately where she jumped to.
Mhm.
So not all of us have the emotional maturity of others. So yes, I think Oren was her instinct was you can't trust men, and she hears something like that, and as readers we just kind of went along with it.
We absolutely did, because that's what they wanted us to do.
That's authors would hate you. Speaking of authors and hating people, we are going to Romance Con.
Romance Con in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yes, in
We were not
September.
invited, we paid, guys, just so you
Yes,
know,
we
because
are
we are
still
not
a
that popular.
self-funded podcast. Yeah, we will be there, and I am planning on bringing my microphone, and we're gonna ask people questions, and we're gonna talk to authors, and we're gonna take lots of pictures. So let's go back to Oregon Slate.
Let's talk about Oren and meeting Lady Allure.
Yes, Mama Slade's name is Lady Allure, and that is chapter 36.
Yes, and when she starts to stare like, when Oren is staring at the 2 of them standing next to each other, she's like,
I see it.
"I
Ah,
see,
yes,
I
yes.
see." And she's just really happy. Lady Allure is very happy to see them and very excited. She's
Mhm.
still not saying anything,
Yep, she's still silent.
but she does the most mom thing. When she's looking at them, she reaches up and tries to fix Slade's hair.
And I'm picturing Slade, of course, because he's a fantasy man, right? Is like 6'2",
Oh,
right?
6'6".
Yeah, he's
Easy.
like Lorcan size, just a giant. And
And
Allure is
she's
like 5 foot nothing.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. So just her trying to fix his hair just is a funny little
It's
like,
cute.
yeah. Um, she does have rounded ears,
Mhm.
so she is human who is not aging.
Yes, and she leads them over to a table and makes them sit down and makes them tea and brings them
Cookies or something.
snacks
Yep.
to go with it, like crackers and
Mhm.
cheese, which is also where I got the scone idea from, guys, because they're having tea. Okay? Just let me have this. Let me have it.
I gave her a lot of shit over, but everything is going great. And then for some reason, I don't remember the exact conversation, but the word "fae" gets brought up.
Oh, yeah. Well, Oren notices her ears and she kind of says something about how she's not talking. And
Mhm.
Slade says she doesn't talk much. Understatement. And then when she notices that she's not Faye, she says that out loud.
Yeah.
Oren does.
I think
She's
it
like,
shocked her,
she's not Faye.
and Allure silently flips out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she just completely shuts down
Yep.
and just is done.
Yep.
Yeah,
And Slade has to kind of comfort her and calm her down.
yeah. So at this point, I'm picturing did you ever watch Criminal Minds? I'm picturing Reed with his mom
Oh,
whenever he
yes.
goes to visit his mom. Like,
Because
he's
his
just
mom
a
was
very good
schizophrenic and she
yeah,
was.
yep.
Mm,
So just a very good son, but like knows how to handle all the moods and like here's what I need to do to calm her down, and
yeah.
that's kind of the vibe that I got.
Yes. And then, they just kind of Slade tells her about what's been going on.
Mhm.
And there were so many questions that Oren had, but she doesn't really ask them because she just sips her tea and listens to them talk, which is kind of nice.
Shut up.
No,
I'm
I meant
kidding.
it's nice to watch the
Yeah.
domesticity of it
Yes. Yes.
and how he treats his mom really well.
He is definitely a mama's boy, and we can see it for sure. Like we knew that a little bit from the previous
Mhm.
younger Slade chapters, but it's still cool to see in these older chapters
It
too.
is.
It hasn't changed. Yeah. And so they have some tea, they get to know each other a little bit. She still Allure still does not talk, and then Slade says, "It's time to show you why they call me Rip."
Hmm?
Yep. And then they start a walking.
I don't know. They do have that fun conversation about how he would never have taken her to meet a lover.
Okay, we get it, Jen. You were right.
Oh.
It's just fun to hear. I just like
It is.
hearing it.
It's nice. It's nice. Anyway, Riot does show up before they leave.
Yes,
He's bringing in, I don't know, like some kind of pastry for her that she likes.
maybe a scone.
Probably not, because that would have been too on the nose for me. But yeah, he's bringing her something, and you know that okay, Slade is kind of a mama's boy.
Right, is
Riot is
100%.
100%.
Yep,
But I think if Riot had his way, he would live in Drawlard Village all the time,
I agree. I don't think
which
he likes playing this Rip persona.
does either.
I think he does it for his mom. I think he's doing it to protect her
Mhm.
and family obligations.
Yes, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that Slade's gotta he's got some more truths he's gotta share with Orin, and
Yeah.
we're gonna go to the villain speech
Yeah, we should.
because that was actually really good.
Slade drops the line, I am not good. I will rot every person in my way. And he reinforces to Orin that he is not a hero. He is a
Yep.
villain.
And she tries to tell him that he's good, and he's like, "Nope, I'm good for you,
Yes, but I am not a good person. I'll be the villain for you,
not to you."
not to you.
That one of my there's a line in here that I really like because, oh, she's kind of remembering a little bit of that, but there's a line that says, "When you ask for everything from a person, you don't get to pick and choose," which gives me very big Dorian vibes.
Yes, it gives Dorian vibes. You
It
don't get to pick
absolutely
and
does.
choose which parts of her to love.
"Yeah, Kale, you
Yes.
dumb."
We love to hate on Kale.
She says, "You take them as they are,"
Yeah,
which
and so that's Orin telling Slade, "I okay, you say you're a bad person, but I love you." So,
but this is when she asks him to kill that man and tells him that she'll be a villain with him.
how very Bonnie and Clyde.
It's so sweet.
It's so sweet. Now go kill that man, please, thanks.
Yes, please just go do it. When Riot shows up, he's like, "Oh, so you brought her?"
Like
Like,
a
he was surprised.
typical younger brother bullshit,
Yeah.
brothers.
Riot does try and apologize to Orin for what she overheard.
Not to Slade, but to Orin.
Although, if you meant it, don't apologize for it. If you meant it, don't apologize just because you got caught.
Yeah, I hate that. And if you're going to apologize, say what you're sorry for. Don't just say, "I'm sorry."
Yeah. And don't say something like, "I didn't intend for you to overhear that."
I bet not. I bet you didn't.
Sorry, but God, I get mad about that one every time I read it. Every time. And then, so now that we're going to find out why Rip is called Rip. You want to handle that? It's really exciting.
Yeah. Is that the next chapter? No, that's this chapter.
It's still in this chapter.
Yep. So Orin and Rip continue past Mama Slade's house,
Mhm.
and they keep going deeper, deeper, deeper into the caves, and the humming is getting louder and louder and louder, and they're walking and walking, and the buzzing's intensifying, and all of a sudden they go into this opening within the cave system, and there is this giant rip in the world, which gives me, have you ever watched Fringe?
Not in a very long time, but I was comparing it to Supernatural.
I can see both. So yeah, there's a literal tear in reality where Rip tore a hole into the world,
What?
and that's where the chapter ends. So yeah, Slade's nickname isn't just brutality. It's not because he's ripping the heads off of his enemies. It's because he can rip holes in worlds.
Mhm.
So do you think his rot power has anything to do with that?
I don't think so. I think this is just raw anger that
I think it's
happened between
raw
him.
power. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so chapter 37 is a lot. Is there anything else that we want to chat about in 36?
I think it was good that he finally trusted Ord enough
Yes.
to share everything with her.
Yeah. This
And
this
I
set of
do think it was a
chapters,
trust.
yeah.
If she would not have overheard that conversation, though, she would have never known about Allure
Mhm.
or the
Never
Rip
would have found out about Rip. Yeah.
unless Riot decided to be a little bitch and spill the beans.
Yep. Anyway, chapter 37.
37.
37 is teenage Slade.
Teenage Slade.
Slade is 15. And it is, God, this chapter is a lot.
It is.
Um, I don't even know where to start on this chapter.
I know that it starts with him waking up and trying to find out what the noise is he's hearing. Turns out it's his father.
Dad's home,
Dad's home. Dad
which
just
means someone's getting beat.
yeah, and he shouldn't be home at all. So apparently he was gonna surprise Allure, and oh, what a surprise he got.
Turns out Allure was surprising him.
Well, surprising someone.
Okay, cheating on anyone is never okay unless you're cheating on the breaker because he's a fucking douche.
Okay, as long as we're clear on who specifically we can do this with. Yeah.
No. So it turns out that Slade's mom was having an affair with, I pronounce it as Jack, J-A-K.
I thought that's what it was too.
Okay, these fantasy names, you never fucking know. And Jack happened to be a human servant in the house.
Yes.
Orion servant, I should say. Maybe not human, but Orion. Which is probably why he and Allure connected.
I think that this desire happened prior to being an Anwin, though. I
Do you
think
think
that if
they're
the
a
breaker had never been, that she would have married Jack and Oria.
So how did Jack come into Oria or into Anwin?
The breaker, these people were all brought together
Right.
before he broke the
So you think
break.
that
So I think they were all from the
Allure
same village.
you think Allure brought Jack over though?
I think that he yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
okay, so the breaker, I can't remember his dad's name.
Yeah, he walks in Slade walks down the stairs to see what he's yelling about and
What the
asks,
ruckus is.
"What is going on?" And his
Stanton.
father
His
is
dad's name is
screaming
Stanton. Stanton is screaming.
about he wants to know who knew about it, how long it's been going on, and Slade's like, "What are you doing?"
What are you talking about?
And he tells him that Stanton tells Slade that his mother was sleeping with another man, and
That
Slade's
shocks Slade.
stunned.
Yeah. Slade doesn't want to believe that. And no one ever wants to believe that their parents could do
Something
something wrong, right?
or out of the norm
Out of
for
character.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, out of character. Thank you.
Yeah. And so Stanton is beating the shit out of Jack and Allure.
Mhm. And Slade puts it together really quickly. He's like, "Oh, that explains why she got the first plate, how he was always bringing flowers and always saying hello to her."
It also explains why Riot has rounded ears. So Slade eventually gets in between Stanton and everyone else trying
Yeah.
to protect people. Because Stanton is like on a full on temper tantrum of
2-year-old temper
toddler.
tantrum.
Yeah, he's being a toddler. Okay, okay. I say that. If I caught my boyfriend cheating on me with someone else, I do not know how I would handle it. I do like to think that I would not beat the shit out of him, but I do not know exactly how I would handle it.
Yeah, I accept that.
Yeah, so
So,
Stan is
yeah,
being a fucking toddler.
he
I do
really
not
is.
know how I would handle it if my boyfriend cheated on me and I walked in on him.
I like that Slade has to tell him control.
It's a little bit of a petty move on Slade's part, but I really appreciate
It's
it.
100% a petty move. It's like when you see an error in an email that somebody you can't stand sends you,
Yeah, yeah,
and you
or like
wanna just be like,
they
"You
CC'd
spelled that
your
wrong.
boss and they, like, used the
Star
wrong there.
Youre.
Yeah.
You apostrophe re, not your. You know, petty.
Some bullshit like that, yes.
Yeah,
And eventually a full-on showdown between Slade and Stanton.
happens.
Yes.
But it's not until after first Stanton finds out that the reason that he never knew about this affair is because everyone else knew and they were protecting her from it. Because this affair has been going on for 11 years.
Guess who else is about 11 years old?
Well, Riot's 10,
Yep. Yep. He sure
and
is.
while Stanton is throwing this big ass tizzy fit, one, he breaks Slade's finger, one he's already broken before.
He breaks Jack's neck, I thought. I thought he ended up killing
I
Jack.
think so. I think so. Because it's after Jack tells him that that wasn't the first time,
Jack, why would you do that?
and everybody knew because nobody seemed surprised. There were no gasps of,
How dare?
nothing like that
Yeah.
happened. And father snaps his fingers and snaps Jack's leg.
Mm.
I'm reading this scene because I know that I listened to it and I've read it before, but I kind of block it out when it's like this.
This is a tough
It's tough.
scene. Yeah.
So
Because his father
is
literally
losing complete
beats
control.
yeah, he beats the shit out of everybody in that room.
Yeah. And, he breaks his leg. He also splits the floor. That's how angry he is. He is not in control of his magic.
I thought he was just trying to separate everyone.
He could be. Jack and Allure have that final moment,
Mhm.
and Stanton breaks his arm next. So he's torturing him,
Yep. He's toying with him for sure.
and he tries to kind of jump across, but he can't.
So Stanton breaks, there's a huge crevice,
Yes.
and it's Stanton, Allure, Slade on one side, and Jack and everyone else on the other side.
Yes.
And it's too far for them to jump.
And then Allure tries to get to the other side, but can't. Slade stops her because it's dangerous. She'd never make the jump. And then Stanton's like, I want you to remember this, you Orion whore. Stanton breaks his neck.
Right in front of them.
Yes.
And that kills him. That kills Jack.
It kills him, and his mom just starts, they call it keening
Keening.
here,
Yeah.
but I don't know what that sound is. I don't.
I am picturing like Lady in White sound from
Oh, it's been a long time since I
Supernatural.
watched.
Because that's like one of the first
Okay.
ones. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah. So that's the sound I'm picturing, where it's just it's a high pitch sound, wordless sound, and you're just like, everything is so painful. You just don't know even what to say, and it's a sound you make. Like
It
I
is.
don't, I do not think you can do it intentionally. No matter how good of an actress you are, I don't think you can do an authentic keening sound unless something traumatic is happening to you in front of you.
Yeah. And then Stanton, being Stanton, says, "This is why you can't trust women." He
I
would have
just
been great as Midas's dad, by the way.
Stanton and Lionel make me want to punch them right in the throats.
Yes. And then poor Riot walks in
God,
because he hears all of this,
there's so much
and
ruckus going on
his mom is there on the floor, and
in
she's
her nightgown.
crying,
Yeah.
and she's sobbing, and then he sees that someone has broken his father's neck.
Well, does Riot know that?
Yes, he does.
How do you know that?
Because he says, "Father," and rushes toward Jack.
I thought he was running towards Stanton.
Mm-mm. He's trying to get across the gap, and his
That's
mom stops
true.
him. But that's when Stanton figures it out.
Riot isn't my father's heir.
Yeah.
My father staggers, the back of his heel hitting the broken crack behind him, just as he realizes that Riot isn't his. How the
Yep.
fuck did I miss this? Did I read this book?
We both just listened to this. I just assumed you knew. So then, the fighting starts between Stanton and Slade because he's got to protect his brother and his mother.
He's the oldest son, so
And he's the
and
only one that can.
true, he's the only one who has magic
Yeah.
and is even remotely strong enough to go against the breaker.
Mhm.
Um, Stan drops the line, "I should have known that I couldn't trust an Orion," which is just such racist bullshit. Like, not only has he been sexist in this chapter, he's also been incredibly racist.
Mhm.
Anyway, now there's a circle of cracks keeping everyone separated and or herded together. And then Stanton says, "You gave me one powerful heir, so I have no further need of you or the false spare."
I hate that they call them spares too, by the way, because Lionel
Same.
does the same.
And it's
It's
such a
just
power
derogatory.
move. It's yeah. And it's a way to remind them that they don't matter, right? That's exactly what it is.
You're my spare heir. Oh, okay. I'm fine. But now they know, now the fight happens that he's been training for the last 7 years.
He didn't think it was gonna come this soon.
No.
Like, okay, so Slade has been in the back of his mind, maybe even like consciously, he was like, I'm eventually gonna have to find my father.
Mhm.
Eventually it's gonna have to happen, which is very much a Darius thought process too,
Mhm.
right? And Zodiac Academy. Look, those are two very clear parallels that even mood readers, vibe readers, whatever, can pick up on. I think Slade thought he had more time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He definitely did.
Yeah. And I hate this chapter. It's a very informative chapter. It gives us a lot of really
Mhm.
good, important information.
Yes. Yes, it does. So they start fighting, and they're, like, throwing magic around.
Stanton drops the "You are such a disappointment," Slade,
I
and
can't roll my eyes back hard enough.
Slade kicks back with, "Believe me, the feeling's mutual," which I love.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And so Slade is convinced that this is it. He's gonna
This is
have to kill his dad.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't think that they can not to the death. One of them is gonna die,
Mhm.
is how he's going into it. Eventually, him and his dad are throwing power balls at each other.
Magic at each other.
Like, I'm thinking Harry Potter war scene, where they're just spewing.
Yeah, I kind of pictured where the wands connect.
And then the whole, like,
Yes,
okay, so you have to watch our video to see that one, but, like, there okay, so the tips touch,
the
and then
powers touch,
there's a
merge,
wall or, like, a
a burst.
convergence of power. Yes, a
Yes.
burst of power, and that that raw, brutal killing magic rips right through the air between us.
Mhm.
Magic isn't supposed to react this way. I've never heard of it happening before. The estate cracks, a fissure appearing between us, but this is not a physical break or a palpable rot. This is something else. And that's when he rips a hole in the worlds.
Mhm.
And even Stanton doesn't know what to do.
No, they're too stunned.
Stanton's panicking. His face is white, his eyes are wide. Yeah.
That's because I think he realized finally he was not gonna win this even against a 15-year-old. The man is hundreds, possibly thousands of years old,
Yep.
and he was about
Yeah.
to lose to a 15-year-old.
How embarrassing.
So, they keep pouring their power into it.
Stanton is breaking his bones,
Mhm.
right? No. No, Stanton's not doing
No,
anything. I think it's just the power ripping
it's
through
the
him.
power.
Yeah.
And then the magic explodes, and then they're unconscious.
Yep.
Well, that was a good book. Thanks.
I wouldn't know that I ripped a tear in the world until I woke up 4 days later, and consciousness was my only reprieve, but I wouldn't know.
Mhm.
And that's the episode, folks.
Wasn't it great, guys?
God. I can't believe we ended on that chapter. That was kind of rude of us.
No, it's good. It needed to end on that chapter. Yeah. Do
All
you
right.
think that somebody should have been paying more attention to protect Allure and Jack? Like knowing that Allure had Jack there, somebody should have been watching in case Stanton showed up early?
I think that the affair had been going on for 11 years. I think everyone got lax. Like, I think it did initially start very much like they encouraged it because everyone liked Jack, everyone liked Allure,
Mhm.
no one liked Stanton, and so everyone was turning a blind eye to it, and, like, they were doing those subtle moves to make sure that they were protected, that they could
Right.
keep it up, uh, but I think everyone just got lax because 'cause it's been going on for 11 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how it is, like, you start out doing something super strong, and then just as time goes by, it's,
It's fine.
I'll let it slide this time." Yeah. I've been doing this for years and nothing has happened.
Day 1 on the job versus year 12.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How many shortcuts do we do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question on here about control in the context of abuse and power, and is losing control always bad? What do you think about that?
I struggle with control. I do not like being out of control.
One of the reasons I don't drink is because I don't like to lose control.
See, and
So, becoming tipsy is not comfortable for me anymore.
I get that. I know my limits with drinking, and so, like,
Mhm.
the minute that I know, like, I'm starting to slip, I can reel it back. Losing control isn't always bad. Giving up that control to a trusted person or partner is not always a bad thing.
I agree with that.
I think it's very easy. I do think it's easy to use control as abuse and power, right? Like,
I also think your personality comes into play with that too.
100%.
Because Slade keeps control, but even without fully having control, he is inherently not a completely bad person. He is a villain and morally gray, but he's not the breaker or the current king in Anlin
Mhm. Yep.
or other people we could compare them to in other books or real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
There's a way to have control without being a dick about it, right?
exactly.
Yeah. And so, like, Slade is great at the delegation. He knows what
Mhm.
he's not good at. He knows what he needs help with. He knows when to stay out of things and to let someone else take control of it. But as long as he kind of knows the high level of what's going on, so he can step in if needed, that's all he
He is
needs.
good to go.
Because I think it's in the next set that we talk about, or maybe it's the next episode after that.
It's later in the book where we
Yeah.
meet the
The
people,
advisors. Yeah.
his advisors, and we get to see how much he trusts them.
Hmm. Yeah.
'Cause that's a lot of trust that he gives them.
That's a lot of trust, especially considering, and we can talk about this in the episode, that they own most of the farmland.
Yes.
And so they can very easily just, "Oh, yep, we'll just sell you some crop to the kingdom."
Mm.
It would be very easy for them to take advantage of that and
It
to like
would.
sell it at a higher price.
And
And
A person with a certain type of personality would 100% do that.
Yes.
But Slade does not surround himself with people that have that personality.
Well, and he grew up with that type of personality, so he knows exactly what to look for, what the trigger
Yes.
words are, and yes. So I'm just hoping that we don't eat those words in Goldfinch.
Please don't let me eat those words. I really like them. So, not the words, but just them.
Yeah, the advisors. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Before we
So,
do our outro, what book are you reading?
I just grabbed a book called, hold on. So, I was bestie of the week. And so I was gifted a
Congrats.
lot of books. But right before I got gifted 4 books, I grabbed Never Keep,
Never Keep. What's that
which
about?
is from the Twisted Sisters.
Okay.
So,
You like them.
it's a Zodiac Academy. I think that it's the story about the prison
Okay.
and Leon's brother, and I think it's their story finally.
Oh, okay.
So, and I know that it's a reverse harem because
Sure.
like the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac, this one is going to be a reverse harem where the Zodiac Academy was definitely not
No.
at all.
Was not. Nope.
There may have been a couple of threesomes, but there was never an actual
Yeah.
reverse harem. So,
No, not a full on
except
harem.
for the one that Gabriel is in. Anyway, but I also was gifted Scythe and Sparrow and Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver and 2 books by Caitlin Braun, who is somebody I follow on TikTok.
Okay.
You know who she is. She reads the stuff out of the books and
The
makes
book.
the faces
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
sprays the
Yes. I love
yes,
her.
it's her. They're called Pumpkin Pie and Pecan Pie. They are her 2 books that she has
For
out.
her.
They're rewrites of Happily Ever Afters. She calls them Happily Ever After stories. So Pumpkin Pie is gonna be about Cinderella,
Okay.
and I believe Pecan Pie is about Belle.
Interesting. All
So
right. I really enjoyed Butch and the Blackbird. I think you will too. It gives lights out energy.
I'm very excited about the food because I hear stories, and I know that I'm missing the book in the middle of the 2 because it's Butcher and Blackbird, Leather and Lark,
Leather
and then
Mark, I
Scythe and
think.
Sparrow,
Yeah.
but I, for some reason, did not have all 3 on my list, which means that I get to buy one myself.
Oh, what a shame.
I know. My husband will be so sad. What are you reading?
Well, I just finished Rose and Chains.
You loved that. I saw your TikTok rant. It was hilarious.
It it was really good. I would totally recommend it. I would. It was really well written. I really enjoyed it. It is a Germani retelling that like got so like it was a fanfic that got published, so they had to like change things, you know.
Okay.
It's I really enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I the enemies to lover was vibing hard.
Okay, I did not know what Dramani was, so now
Sorry.
I know.
Yeah. Draco, Hermione.
Yeah, I did not know that that's what that was. Cool.
Oh yeah.
I learned a new word today, thank you.
Congrats. And right now I'm reading Metal Slinger.
I heard that that's really good.
I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only like 10 chapters in. So I think I'm finally met the love interest. So yeah, sometimes if we forget details, it's because we're reading 17 books at a
Sorry,
time.
guys.
Yes, and then I am listening to the audio version of Metal Slinger. Yeah, while I can't read it, but I don't know. There's some audio like I did not enjoy the games God's Play as an audiobook. I enjoyed that more as a book to read.
Okay. I enjoyed the audio and physical copy of Blood of Hercules,
Yeah. I did
and
too.
I feel like I would probably enjoy the entire Psycho series that way because I read all the books, but I would probably enjoy all of them
I don't
as
there's sometimes just listening to the audiobook while you're doing dishes or something mindless
Mhm.
is nice,
I agree.
or driving.
You mean like working?
I said what I said.
Fair.
Well, thank you so much for listening to Corks and Cauldron. Be sure to follow us at Corks and Cauldron on all your favorite socials. We're on the Book of Faces, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads.
And if you enjoyed the episode, please rate and review us. Share us with your booksties and tell the world. It's the best way to spread the word and help our podcast grow.
Yes, yes, yes. Share us on your social medias. Share us wherever. Talk to your friends about us. We think we're funny, and that's all that matters.
Because Corks and Cauldron is a self-funded labor of love, and your support helps us keep the magic alive.
And our glass is full.
So join our Patreon community today at patreon.com slash Corks and Cauldron, and maybe even treat us to a bottle of wine.
Our next episode, we drop every Thursday, and our next one, we're going to be diving into 38 through 46, still in
Yes.
glow, but we are like at 60% through the book now
Yes.
at that
So
point. So
until then, eat
drink.
and get lost in a good book.
Cheers.
Cheers.